What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to more RollerCoaster Tycoon. If you didn't see my previous episode, I had a bit of a mistake that I made when I recorded a bunch of Leafy Lake and Diamond Heights and ended up not actually recording the audio for the video. So what I'm instead doing is I did a recap for Leafy Lake in the previous episode, and for this one, I'm going to continue about halfway through the scenario. So I've already built a bunch of things, and from there, we're just going to continue on. So I'm going to show you guys what I built, which is quite a bit, as you can see. And we're just going to continue from there because we still have another year left. A year and like 3 months. Well, 4 months, rather. This is another issue I've run into here, is that tons of my guests are getting lost. And I don't understand why, because they're all getting lost in pretty much the same spot. And when it alerts me that they're getting lost, they're usually making their way to the exit at that point. See? As you can see, all of these people have already found their way. And basically, they were getting lost right up in here. So what I did was I extended the path around so that they'd be able to find their way. I may actually make another path that extends from here over here. I'm not really sure if that helps or makes them more confused, but at least I'm giving them more alternatives to get out of here. So basically, we started this park with a lot of rides. We had this one. We had these two guys, which are really cool. These two coasters over here. A lot of dueling coasters in this park. This one is particularly awesome. But that was a starting scenario one. And we've also got this train that goes around the park. So I started off by hiring tons of maintenance men and routing them out to different areas. And then I did the same for some of these mechanics and added a couple of extra mechanics in there, which I should probably add one more. And I also routed a bunch of security guards around, mainly because the people up here were getting quite unruly because they were getting lost and angry. That's also why I put an information kiosk. But they were just breaking everything up here. So I stuck a bunch of security guards up here so they can't break it. Yeah, so you sweep those. Yep. You're probably going to see a lot of these pop-ups. I don't really understand why. But this is my newest build right here. I didn't actually, well, not my newest build. I didn't build this. This was a from-scratch ride. I had to raise up the water to make this actually feasible. Let's see. Oh, man. That intensity is quite high. Let's drop the price and get some people on this thing. I'm sure somebody will ride it. Yeah, there comes some people. But the interesting thing about this ride, and something that I didn't realize, is that you can actually make two stations for the same roller coaster and have those sync together. So basically, this one will go out of this station and will come out on this station, and this one will do the same thing on the other side. When you first start the ride, they're both on one station, and then one will go through, and then they will start on the same path. Very interesting, and not something I ever really thought about. I always thought you had to kind of construct two different coasters and sync them together, which I actually did over here. This is a coaster I made from scratch. Didn't really name it or anything. It's got a pretty high excitement, pretty high intensity, and pretty low nausea. But they managed to duel quite well and stay together pretty well. It's not a very long coaster. But they don't have to be long. See, this one's going to catch up with it on the short bend. But they both come up and they go underground and they circle around here and then they pop out over here, go up another hill, do another drop, and go into the station. Very cool. And I've got my shuttle loops over here, my normal cash cows, so we can make lots of money to build cool things like this. This log ride was already there. This stuff was not. I added this coaster over here. All very interesting. Ooh, this path is nasty. That is disgusting. I really have to go crazy with the handymen and just have tons of them. It's the only way to keep people from puking all over my shit. Stop puking on me. No, they're not really puking on me, but you know what I mean. Where's Mr. Handyman? Should probably put some benches out here so people can lower their nausea instead of puking all over things. Got another security man. Make sure they don't break things. That should be sufficient. And the objective, which I haven't looked at yet, is to obtain a park value of $20,000 at the end of year 3, or October year 3, which we've already actually done. If you go in here to your finances, you can actually look at it, which is right here. So we have a $33,146.60. That is our current park value. And it's usually continuing to go up. And let's see how our satisfaction is doing. Not really an important ranking here, but it works. See, a broken bench. Not okay. Those are the kinds of things you have to watch out for if you want to keep your park value high. What are you doing? Stamp. Yes, your lawn mowing is disabled. I hear people puking everywhere. All right, so that's pretty much a rundown of what I have so far. All right, people are starting to get on this thing now. Slowly but surely. Let's get a campaign going for this thing. I'll give it a decent name. The Vomit Generator. That's exactly what's going to happen. Though, yeah, the nausea is pretty high. Let's do a campaign for this thing so we can actually get some people spread around the park a little bit. For a ride. Yeah, that's just going to keep popping up. It's really obnoxious, and I don't fully understand why it's happening. Let's see, where are these people now? Yeah, they're just stuck up in here. There's just something about this area up here that's making people get stuck. So I think what we'll do is we'll make another path. Extends all the way out this way. And hooks up to here. And now maybe people will get a little bit less lost. Stop getting lost, people. Shame on you. It's not my fault, I swear. All right, let's map the security guard here. So let him continue down this path so they don't break all my stuff. Advertising campaign for the park. We'll do some free food and drink. Some fries. Get some more people in the park. See how many people I can get in the park. Dang. Everything always breaks all at one time. It's very obnoxious. Coupons for free entry. Coupons for free rides. On. Do some free rides on the Vomit Generator. Because I really want to get some people at least on this side of the park. And we're probably going to want some handymen up here too. Because I haven't mapped any to this area. That will fix it. And we'll have another one on this side. Just what happens when you're dealing with roller coasters like this. I get the feeling this one's not going to get a lot of attention because of its high intensity rating, but you know, it's a cool coaster to have anyway. And it will likely increase my park value. Now, I got a decent amount of people on there. I'll probably just have to keep the price low in order to get people on it. Yeah, we're starting to get a line over here. This line is just kind of awkwardly placed because it's way out of the way. Oh boy, everyone's complaining about the disgusting state of my paths. Well, maybe they should stop puking on my paths and instead go puke in the bathroom. Like normal people. You know, none of these people are actually normal. Pretty obvious to me. There we go. You, sir, I shall extend your path. Just, well, not all the way out there, just there. Then you can walk around. My park rating drops too low, I'll start doctoring some of this puke. However, I believe that my pathing should do the trick for me, and I shouldn't have to spend too much time with it. So we're going until, yeah, year 3. So we've got just over a year. It's plenty of time. Start clearing out a little bit of these trees so that we can build cool things. Probably should build another roller coaster over here. Let's see how our research is doing. Okay, scenery and theming, that's fine. I really ought to put down some scenery. That'll increase my park value. Also increase the excitement of rides. And excitement's already very high on this one, so I don't really need to add anything else. This guy's getting kind of sick, and he's getting back on another roller coaster that's going to make him really sick. It sounds really smart, buddy. A brilliant idea. But I'm not going to complain, because you're getting on my coaster that no one wants to ride. And I don't actually have any good ones at the moment. Let's get rid of everything else. So once this one is done researching, we can start getting a roller coaster. Here's an idea. In order to try and help people who are getting lost. Well, it looks like this path has really cleared it up. I haven't had any pop-ups in a while. What's with all the puke? Let's get to that. Get on that, buddy. This game gets a little laggy when I'm actually recording it, when there's a lot going on. It's just kind of part of it, I guess. This game is not the easiest thing to record. I have to change my screen resolution and just do weird things to get it to work. I don't think I'm going to build another steel one here. Oh, I got some time to kill, so let's build something. Let's build one of these. I haven't built one of these yet. Build a custom one. Just double check one more time. Oh, we could do a sky bucket. That might be kind of cool. Let's do that instead. Because we don't really have a lot of transportation in certain areas of the park. That might make it easier to get around. That's what I'll do. I'll connect it up to this area so we can get some people over here. It's gonna be kind of a tight squeeze. I think where the best spot to put this would be. Thinking I can squeeze it in right about here. See if it'll stick. It does. Can I take it up immediately? Or is it going to get in the way? No, it didn't get in the way. That's going to get in the way. Go to the left. Perfect. Picking it up real high. Take it over the roller coaster. Pretty badass. sky bucket. And we'll drop it off somewhere right over here by this path. Be a bit of a tight squeeze, but, you know, I think it just might work. So right here is where we're going to put the station platform. And apparently a lot of vandalism. People in this park are just never satisfied. They've been breaking my stuff since the very beginning. Not that one, I want this one. Gotta make it look pretty. Okay, that should be sufficient. And we'll make a line here so we can get some people on this thing. Just connect it up like that. Give us a reasonable sized line. There we go. Managed to squeeze that sky bucket in there. And now maybe we can get some people to the other side of the park. Ah, an entrance over here. That would make sense. Let's see if I can funnel this thing right up top. And that will get some people here for my new ride. Let's go ahead and look at our pathing size. Numbers are horribly placed. There we go. Perfect. Go ahead and activate this guy. We'll keep the price low so people will go on it. We actually have enough, don't we? I like that we can increase the speed so we can get people to and from a lot quicker. It's much better than the way trains work. So people will move on this thing real quick. I think the other side also has its own set of buckets. Yep. Well, actually, it does not. That's okay, though. We got a nice line forming so we can start getting people to the other side of the park. You need to come over here. You'd think for all the police officers I have purchased that we could actually keep the vandalism low. Not really sure where they're complaining about vandalism. Well, my park rating is still at 999, so they're obviously not complaining that much. Now, a lot of it seems to be centered along these main paths. One thing I can really do is just fix them. We'll add some more things for people to vandalize. See a broken light right there. Oh man, we're getting up there now. 1,600 people in the park. FK in the coffee. Let's go for a particular ride once again. And I want to do it for... Let's do it for these awesome coasters. We'll do it for roller coaster number 3. Built so many coasters, I just can't come up with names for all of them. The vomit generator is broken. No! Come on, vomit generator. We actually have a line now. And a line on this side. I'm impressed. These are staying surprisingly clean. Guys, for the park, once again, just gonna keep those things running all the time. So I'm thinking right about here, put another information kiosk, make it look good. Go ahead and activate that guy. I'm keeping the park map price low because people keep getting lost. I want to make sure everyone can afford a map. I'm just being nice guy Nevs at the moment. We'll throw up another kiosk over here. Ensure that there's no lost people. Park's getting too big for its own good at this point. Also make a drink stall here in order to combat the nausea. Stop ending. Your drinks. Keep the nausea low. Just gonna put campaigns for everything. Ooh, inverted roller coaster. Rides on roller coaster. No. Let's find something that's not doing as well. Let's do it for agoraphobia. We could do arachnophobia. That's a good idea. Park is looking good. Everybody working? Good to see it. Won't pay you not to work. Ooh, these are cool. This is like Batman at Six Flags. Batman is freaking awesome. All sorts of really cool pieces here we can make. Extend it out as much as we can. All right, so that is the longest line we can make. We'll just go with the chain. That's not gonna work. Get a flat one. I'll take it out this way. And let's take this thing underground. Nice big drop. Just the way I like it. Gotta make this stuff look good. That's not gonna work. I'll take it right back up. I'm hoping it can actually make this. Should be able to. Wish there was a way I could test these things. Be careful with some of the loops. Do a half loop and a half corkscrew to the right. Then another half corkscrew and a half loop down. Very cool. Sharp outer bend here. Another little loop. I don't want to make this too long so it doesn't get too intense. People will still pay top dollar for it. Be a pretty sudden stop. I'm thinking we'll get rid of 3 of these and have some straight brakes. This thing's going to be going at pretty high speeds. Take it up even higher. Yeah, that should be sufficient. Not sure how quick that's really going to stop it. We'll see. Very short coaster with a really nice drop. Test drive. I will price it to no less than $4. Stop complaining. Park rating is still quite high. Park value is still quite high, so can't be that bad. But I will go and doctor it. Oh, that didn't work. It's gonna explode. All right. Now to figure out how I'm gonna fix this mess. Might have to go back and delete some track. Yep, let's just start this guy over. It's not very long. That's why I don't like to make them very long, so I don't run into errors like this. All right, from here I should be able to do what I was doing a second ago. We could just do a half corkscrew. Might be a little less intense. Yeah, being able to judge what the actual speed is going to be is really the issue. Oh, very nice. Just connected right up. Let's give that a test run and see if it actually makes it. This is also one way you can go about building longer coasters, is just kind of test run them like this and then delete a couple things and keep building. And then you can, if you keep it close to home, you can test it plenty of times to see if it's actually going to make it. Because in the real worlds, they have computers to do this stuff for you. But in the game, it's a lot of trial and error. That was kind of cool. But I want to make it longer. Let's do a bend, one of these shallow bends. We have the cash to do it, so let's do it. Oh man, this is gonna go real high. Can't do that. We don't own that part. So from here, I'm thinking we'll just make some cool dips.